What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Um, Getting into this episode of GH, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna lie to you. I underestimated Carly. I did. I didn't think that Carly would take over the family. The family business. Um, because usually, the problem was when I see certain storylines, I keep thinking about real life situations and I keep applying it to this when I shouldn't. Because in this show, you really have to suspend disbelief. Like, you really do. Um, because normally, if a mob boss dies, the widow is not going to go to the meeting of the five families. Especially when she's not officially a part of the mob business. If you're not officially a part of it, why would the five family members want to meet you? You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I said, in the beginning, it made more sense for Jason to go because the heads of the five families know Jason. You know what I'm saying? They're familiar with him. So they would be cool with him taking over for Sonny. They wouldn't see that as a problem because they know him. They know his reputation. They've worked with him. You know what I mean? But then you got somebody that they've never dealt with before, Carly. That typically doesn't happen in real life, but I say, you know what? Suspend disbelief. But I got to give kudos to Carly, man. She rocked that shit. She went up in that meeting and showed out. I got to give it to her. You know, um, I think her running Port Charles right now is definitely going to be interesting. It is going to be a game changer. I'm looking forward to this. I really am. It makes this Sunny being gone amnesia storyline a lot better for me. Even though I'm ready for that to be over, but you know what? Carly being in charge, I want to see what she made of. I want to see what she got, what she can do. It's gonna be a lot on her shoulders, though. I'm telling you, with the kids and dealing with this business, it's gonna be a lot on her. Um, she got to keep herself out the penitentiary because now that she's the head of the family, you're a target now, not only for enemies but for the police. Um, it was sad, man, seeing her have visions of Sunny and stuff like that. But you know what? She was like, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta take control. You know, and Sunny's vision basically told her like he's worried about Cyrus coming after her, but she was like, "Shit, I can't worry about that right now. I gotta, do what I gotta do to keep all of us safe. Keep us alive." Um, Michael finally figured out, finally was told what the hell was going on with Jason and stuff like that, so he finally made it over to Carly house. I'm like, Michael, where have you been? Like, all of this craziness that's going on in that town, and you're just now finding out about all of this? I'm like, bruh, get on the ball, sir. Like, it's a lot of foolishness going on in this town, and you late to the party. But Carly let him know everything good, Jason good, we good, because she talked to Jason and stuff, and told him that he gotta, rest up and lay low, until they can figure out their next move and get him cleared. Um, So anyway, moving on from that, I don't blame Chase. Honestly, Chase is eager as shit to get up out that hospital, but Finn can't tell him everything that's going on. He doesn't. I don't think Finn really wants Chase to focus on that because he's already antsy and ready to get on up out of there. So laying it on him that he was poisoned and stuff, he don't want to tell him that because that's gonna be too much to deal with. And his focus right now should be on his recovery and getting better. But you could tell Chase was definitely suspicious um, of Finn and his comments and stuff that he was making. And, he's just ready. I don't blame him because if I'm in the hospital bed, I'll be ready to get the hell up out of there too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But it was kind of funny how Finn said, you got a whole world out there to live for. Your job, Willow. Finn, sir, he ain't about to have Willow. Actually, he technically don't have Willow, but unbeknownst to him, Willow is back with Michael, and I'm really waiting for them to tell him that. I felt like it was stupid because when Michael left to go check on Carly and stuff like that, Chase was telling Willow, "Yeah, you should go, be support for Michael." And I said, "Chase, no, 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 Chase, what are you doing? You just sending this woman into the arms of another man, even though technically she's already in his arms." I'm telling you, when the truth come out, it's gonna be a hot ass mess. So anyway, moving on from that, Anna is still, running around trying to figure out how to get the antidote for Chase and whatnot, because she's worried about Jason killing Peter, before they can get the antidote. Because if they kill Peter, how are they supposed to get the cure for Chase? Um, so she's running around making phone calls, trying to call old contacts and stuff. But she's getting nowhere with that. So they're trying to, devise a way to come up, get Chase cleared of all this mess. Um, I don't know how she gonna get an antidote. I mean, the whole part of the plan, the whole part of the deal between her and Peter was, if she can get him in to see Betsy, that he would give them the antidote. So I'm like, he would give them the cure. So why don't y'all still have the cure yet? Like, get Peter off his ass and tell him that you did your part and get that cure. I wouldn't sit here and negotiate. Absolutely not. So anyway, moving on from that. Um, Maxie is pretty much she got to come up with a new plan at this point, because she kept trying to call Britt and Britt wasn't answering the phone. Um, so her and Brooklyn found out what really was going on. Like, they found out about Jason's escape and that he took Britt hostage, and Brooklyn was like, hell no. She was like, they know Jason well enough to where they know he would never take a hostage. So now her plan done hit a snag. So her and BLQ basically got to come up with a new plan. Peter monkey ass show up, and she was looking at resumes for potential nannies, nurses, or whatever, live-in nurse, whatever the hell he was doing. And he took a photo of the one of the resumes, and he made a phone call telling them, well, it's all up to Chloe Jennings. I'm like, who the hell is Chloe Jennings? And what is Peter up to? Talking about it's all up to her now. What this fool trying to do now? Because Peter always shifty. He always got a plan, always up to something, and he about to file something up. Somebody just need to take him out by the woodshed and whoop his ass at this point. Like, just beat his ass. I'm getting tired of Peter and his shenanigans and his little foolishness. So anyway, moving on from that. So Cameron's sitting there apologizing to Jocelyn and whatnot, telling her everything that happened in the parking garage. Jocelyn's sitting there talking about, well, if he had shot Jason, then she wouldn't have been able to forgive him or whatnot, and that he should apologize to everybody, not just her, but Jake and Jason. I'm like, well, he does owe Jake an apology, but I don't know how he gonna apologize to Jason. It's gonna be a while before he can apologize to Jason, because Jason on the lam right about now, so it's gonna be some time. So he got to chillax. Basically, Cam, he just feels like his friendship with Jocelyn may never be the same. Like, he feels like he just lost his best friend or whatever. Even though they're trying to get past that, it's been too much said and done, I guess. But I think they can, though. With a little bit of time, I think they can get past it. But I do agree with Jocelyn. Cameron has gotten out of control lately. Like, he definitely needs counseling, needs some good therapy. Like, he's lost his mind. You know what I mean? And he needs to get his mind back together. Get right. Excuse me. I'm just like dead tired today. Jax was pissing me off. I'm not even gonna lie. Jax was irking my soul when he was talking to Elizabeth. Like, oh, Sonny's ruining everybody's lives. It never ends. And Jax, shut up, Jax. Shut your mouth. And I already know why he really said that. He's still pissed that Carly's the new Don Diva of Port Charles. That's what he really pissed about. And we all know it. That's what he really mad about. That's exactly what he mad about. He can sit there and talk all the crap he want. He know he mad because of it. Because his ex-wife is now the new queen pin of the town, and he's blaming Sonny for it, because Jax blames Sonny for everything. He blamed that man for Kingdom Come. That's what he does best. So anyway, moving on from that. First of all, Sam, who the freak told her to get involved in this in the first place? Like, she's sitting there talking about, Oh, once she found out Dante was working with the PCPD again, she couldn't just help him, put Jason back in Pentonville or whatever. I'm like, Sam, that was all noble of you, but nobody asked you to get involved, sweetie. Nobody asked you to get in that man business. I'm just saying, like, you chose to break up with Jason because you didn't want that lifestyle anymore. So why are you feeling the need to still help him and help him get away from the cops? Why do you? I mean, I get it that she probably did it for the sake of Danny or whatever, and I understand. At the end of the day, Sam's still gonna have feelings for Jason. That's never gonna go away. But once you break up with somebody, it's like mind your business. That man business is no longer yours. So basically Dante was just like, he got cut her loose or whatever. He can't have her helping with the investigation anymore because she's still on, probation or whatever. Probation, parole, whatever. Um, because Olivia had to pretty much let Dante know, like, she still could go back to Pentonville, so don't arrest her and stuff like that. Um, First of all, and that's what I was trying to tell people in the comments. Like, I understand, Jordan and Mac wanted Dante to help out with this particular case because he knows Sonny's organization. I get that, but my point is, he's not. You can't go around deputizing people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might have his gun back, but he ain't got no badge, and you got to do paperwork. You know what I mean? You can't just say, "Oh, you're gonna help out with this case because you're an ex cop." That's not how that works. That is not how that works. But then again, like I said, you got to suspend disbelief on this show because that in the real world, that ain't how that shit work. Like, you can't just ask a ex cop, "Oh, come help out with this investigation. It's cool." No, there's some few things you got to do before you can make that happen. First of all, there's some paperwork, it's some red tape that you got to go through first. Because if you just ask an ex cop to help you solve a case, all the evidence that the ex cop get is gonna be tainted. You're gonna be thrown out of court. That's my whole point. Like, what I was trying to say. Um, Robert and Olivia. I could definitely see Robert and Olivia together. I could, honestly. I like the chemistry between them. And at this point, Robert was telling her, he was like, "Yeah, well, go home and fix your marriage." And Olivia felt like there was nothing left to fix, between her and Ned. I think Olivia's pretty much getting to that point where she's starting to think like, yeah, this marriage is it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like, it's dead. But I would kind of like to see her and Ned at least attempt to work things out. Ned is Ned. That man, she knew what that man was when she married him. She knew who the Quartermains were when she married into that family. You can't really expect them to change their ways and how they do things. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how they do it. But if her and Robert end up getting together, I'm here for it. I ain't gonna be mad about that. I really wouldn't. I would be totally down for it. So that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it, and I will see y'all all later. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you on Monday. Have a great Friday. It's a beautiful day today, and I'll see you all later. Peace.